Okay, welcome to the James Tayoro show, guys. How are you doing? Actually, don't answer that. Don't answer that. You don't want to be a crazy person, talking to the camera with no one to respond to you. That would just be crazy. Oh, moving on. Um, First things first, I wanted to quickly say thank you to everyone who's watched my last show. I don't know how many views. Nine, 9 views maybe. I don't know. I don't care. To be honest, I genuinely don't care because I think that these videos are necessary. And well, maybe the last one wasn't necessary. I don't know if you saw it. It was a video of me reacting to female stand-up comics. I was trying to laugh. I don't want to spoil it, but I had to play a little bit of male stand-up at the end just to, really get a chuckle out. But either way, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching all my shows. Thanks if you're liking, these videos or subscribing or, following the Instagram page that I just made 2 days ago. I think it was Tayoro.clips. That's Tayoro, Tayoro. That's on Instagram. And you've also got my Instagram, which is james.tayoro. And if you go to my Instagram page, there's a Telegram group in the bio. If you click that group and join it, then you will get daily messages from me and a few members of my, let's just say, boys. And, if you are active in that chat and, start to message me on the side, then you will be granted, permission and you'll become an admin in the chat and you can start typing messages to inspire people or even just to get them thinking. That's really what the group's about. It's a syndicate of people like-minded. And yeah, that's that. A few stories I want to speak to you about today. First of all, we're going to cover why weed is gay. We're going to talk about the fact that the UK government want to start bringing in big pharmaceutical companies to develop a weight loss drug. I'll tell you why that's stupid as fuck. And then also, Nigel Farage has been threatened by an online immigrant, well, an immigrant who apparently makes online videos. And also, I will be giving you my thoughts on Call of Duty and the gaming space in general. But yeah, let's get into it. So, first story: Kamala Harris, uh, potential future president of the United States. I hope obviously Donald Trump wins. But she put a post on X, you might know it as Twitter, and it was basically, well, here it is. Here it is. I'll just show you. Okay. So yeah, no one, no one should go to jail for smoking weed. Look, I agree. Believe it or not, I agree that if you're smoking weed, you probably shouldn't go to prison. But that post isn't what it looks like. Okay, it's not what you think is happening. That post is actually a promotion of weed. Right now, you may be thinking, well, why would the government promote weed? Why do they want people getting stoned? Well, there's a few reasons for that. One, because if they want everyone stoned, and then start campaigning to protect your rights to be getting stoned, smoking weed, well then that's votes. Okay, let's get it clear. If I, for example, in the UK, all right, and then I'm in Parliament, I'm an MP, this and that. I'm trying to run for Prime Minister, and then I start talking publicly about how I think that people are getting in too much trouble for weed, and that I think people should be able to smoke weed, shouldn't be getting arrested, it should be decriminalized, or it even just become illegal in general. Well, then what's going to happen? The people who don't know a lot about my other policies, the people who aren't exactly, politically uh, kept up to date on everything, they don't know all the policies. They don't know about all the little things that maybe I would know, or some other people would know. They're going to latch on to the fact that I'm pro weed, and that's going to get votes. They're just going to vote for the guy who lets them smoke weed, especially young people, because young people who smoke weed, if you notice, as I have, their lives essentially revolve around weed. Okay. Now, the second reason they want people to smoke weed is because when people smoke weed, they don't care about many other things. They're distracted. It's another distraction. Now, I think that's a secondary reason. I think the first thing I said is the main reason, right? But whether or not those are true, the fact of the matter is that politicians should, if they're going to speak on the issue of weed, now what they do with policy is one thing, but if they're going to talk about weed, they should be saying that it's fucking bad. It's fucking, I mean, personally, I think it's fucking gay. I don't like weed. And, you know, I personally smoked weed for a very long time. Right? I smoked weed from when I was, you know, 12 years old, you know, quite often until I was maybe 15. And when I was 15, I smoked weed literally every single day, all day, every day, until I was maybe 21. Right? So, or 20 or 22, I can't even remember, 20, 21. That's how, I can't even remember, right? Whenever the World Cup final was, that was with Mbappe and Messi. That was the last time I smoked weed, actually, I remember. But either way, right? As a person who has smoked a fucking load of weed, I can tell you it is not good for you, right? Now, you may be thinking, well, hang on a minute, Joe Rogan smokes weed. But yeah, Joe Rogan was a developed adult when he started smoking weed. Fact check me, maybe I'm wrong, but either way, there's a few different people. Okay, Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, these people have become successful while smoking weed. But if you're in a space, if you're in a media space, it's different, right? Because the way you can conduct your life and business, the weed is almost part of the brand, you know? But if you're a young kid, or even a 20-year-old, 15, 25-year-old, 30, it doesn't matter. If you're out there in the normal world, going to work, creating a business, all this sort of things, weed is fucking detrimental. It is not good for you. It fries your brain, right? It completely affects the way that your body can grow in terms of putting on weight or fat or, well, muscle really. And, you know, it does really affect your emotion. Right? It affects your emotions. It makes you, you know, quicker to snap when you're angry, right? It puts you in a position in which actually you may be looking at your position, but you don't care how bad it is because you're so stoned. Again, it's a distraction, right? You have people who smoke weed who think, okay, yeah, I know I need to get a job, or I need to work on my business, or I need to get in shape, or I need to, you know, move out of my parents' house, or I need to move out of this little flat and, you know, put the work in, and they don't because they get stoned all the time. Do you understand? It changes everything. Weed is so bad for you. Now, yes, technically coke is worse for you. Obviously, ketamine, spice, crack, heroin, you know, pills, they're technically worse for you. But the issue with weed as well is that people are smoking it every single day. All right? So the compound detriment that it has on your life is worse. Now, again, I don't want to sound like a fucking, you know, naggy old man. I'm not. I'm 23, right? But I'm a 23-year-old who smoked so much fucking weed. And if I'm telling you not to smoke weed, maybe it's worth listening, okay? You have a guy who is an alcoholic telling you not to drink, you listen. You have an ex-gang member who went to prison telling you not to get involved in the gang life, you listen, okay? You have a guy right here who smoked a lot of weed, who was very fucking slow and basically thick in the way I was speaking, the way I was thinking. You know, I was not sharp at all. Maybe take some advice, okay? Maybe. And, you know, while we're on the topic of drugs, here is a video that I'm going to play for you. This is actually crazy. This is Keir Starmer, right? And he is talking to a journalist, although I'd imagine that the journalist is basically a fucking paid and bought for fucking government agent, they're discussing weight loss drugs by big pharmaceutical companies potentially coming into the UK. Take a look at this video.
Your view, like the health secretaries, that weight loss drugs could play a big role in solving worklessness and economic inactivity?
I think these drugs could be very important for our economy and for health. Again, the story behind this is really interesting. Here's one of the biggest pharmaceutical businesses, pharma companies, that's decided now's the time to put the investment into our country. This is consistent with our pitch, which is, now's the time to invest in Britain. Doing their research here, this drug will be very helpful to people who want to lose weight, need to lose weight. Very important for the economy so that people can get back into work. Very important for the NHS because, as I've said time and again, yes, we need more money for our NHS, but we've got to think differently. We've got to reduce the pressure on the NHS. So this will help in all of those areas.
Okay, so a few things wrong with that. First of all, I want to say that the weight loss as a whole is something that is rightly being promoted. It should be promoted, right? Because there is an issue with people who are overweight in this country and many countries in the West. But the way in which they're going about it just proves that actually they don't really give a fuck about your weight loss and that they care about one thing, which is money and profits. Right? Now, again, by the way, I'm a capitalist. So the fact that these medical pharmaceutical companies are trying to make money out of people for weight loss, fair play, that's fair. I can accept that. I would expect nothing less. If I was part of those companies, I mean, I don't know if I would be doing the weight loss, but I would want people buying my product, right? So I can't blame the companies, and neither should you. What you should be blaming is the government, right? Because the government have had years and years and years to, promote weight loss, even though they spent those last few years promoting body positivity and acceptance of those in all shapes and sizes, right? And then what they do now, they come through and they tell us that it's for the economy. It's to get a job. Oh, you can't get jobs because you're fat. That may be the case. I probably wouldn't hire a fat guy. I mean, I don't hire people, but if I was in a position to hire someone, and I had two candidates that were essentially had the same credentials, and I had the same amount of belief in on paper, and then I see them come through, speak to them, and see that one of them's fucking fat, I'm probably going to go with a skinny guy. Sorry, or girl. Skinny girl of a fat guy, standard. But even so, the fact that they take the drug route is the biggest issue. That's the part of the story that you should be focusing on. The fact that instead of saying, okay, people are out of shape, to lose weight, why don't you try going on a fucking diet? Why don't you try eating nothing at all, fucking fasting? Stop being so lazy and get some exercise. Go on a run, go to the gym, right? Get a bike, walk to the shop. All these things. All of these things they could be saying, all of these natural things that they're not saying. Why? Because there's no money to be made out of it. Right? And again, the fact that he used the word farmer, that was the worst word he could have said. Because big farmer, that's what he's talking about. All these, and you've seen what's happened in America for the last 10, 12, 20 years. These pharmaceutical companies have basically become as powerful as the government, because that's where the funding comes from for the government's campaigns, right? That's where the government get a lot of their money from the big pharmaceutical companies. And now you're seeing that come to England again. And this isn't the first time this has happened, right? You saw all of the woke bullshit start in California. Then it went to New York. Then it sort of hippity hopped its way all through the United States, and then it came over here. Same with the pharmaceutical companies. Getting a load of power, money going to the government, all of this shit, giving people drugs that they don't need, then suddenly across the pond into the United Kingdom. This is a massive problem. Now, by the way, people talk about the government and how the government don't care. Look no more. Look no more. They don't care. Why were they not promoting it before? And look at the reason they've used, like I just said, the economy. Why are they using the economy as an issue? Well, maybe because the economy is shit. But that's not because people are in bad shape. Now, don't get me wrong, if people are in better shape, right, that would probably help in every aspect of their life. But the economy is in a bad position because the government have done a lousy job. They've sent money in places where they shouldn't. They've spent money in places where they shouldn't. Talk about the NHS. Why did all the money that? And again, people keep asking why I keep talking about the foreign aid. But that's a very crucial point. Billions overseas. And you said that the NHS need more money. Give it to the NHS. I'm not just saying pile it on, structure it, put it in the right places so that it's used efficiently and effectively, of course. But then you start talking about people overweight in the economy. No, I'm not buying it. And you guys shouldn't either. Okay, and let's just be real. The reporter, he's along with it too. It's all the same group, okay? It's the media, the big pharmaceutical companies, the government. And what do they do? Well, you guys are fucking fat. Now, people are fat. I'm not gonna say I hate fat people, but they're fucking annoying, and it kind of makes me feel sick. But listen, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, look, again, quickly, how effective would this weight loss drug be? How dangerous is it? The fact that this is the route, we don't know anything about this drug. Even if it was effective, why would you use a weight loss drug? Right? I mean, I don't like drugs in general. I don't like the idea of a weight loss drug. I don't like drugs that make you gain weight. Right? I don't like steroids, testosterone boosters, unless you're maybe like 40 or something, or 45, 50, and your natural T levels are dropping so fast, you know, to be able to keep a bit of size to you, maybe you get on testosterone replacement therapy. But again, it's all the same thing. And actually, thinking about it, it's all part of the same fucked up mindset, which is this cheater's mindset, this lazy mindset. Okay, everything is lazy. When you talk about the government, or you talk about the people that will be using it. People that taking, you know, before it was the gastric bands. Lazy. Fucking lazy as fuck. You're getting your fucking stomach cut out, right? Because you're too lazy to put in 5 years of hard work and dedication. You're pumping steroids because you're too lazy or too scared to take the risk of going natural for 15 years and seeing how big you can get. Right, taking the weight loss tablet, all of these things, all of the medication, it's all shortcuts. The government, you can talk about the government, medication aside, right? The government, instead of fixing the economy and putting together plans and you know, long-term plans that can actually help stop inflation and just bring us back to a state of stagnation. Okay, we're not gonna reverse it. Just bring us back to really low inflation. What do? They just print a load of money and throw it into the economy. More debt, things like that. This is what they do. Everything is so lazy, cutting corners, shortcuts. Don't do it. Please, if you're watching this, don't do any of that shit. Okay? Please. Now, I'm going to move on from that story because I'm short on time today. So, this is something that I was actually thinking about the other day. And I put a little thing on my Instagram story revolving around it. Again, if you didn't see my Instagram, James.Tayoro. Why is everyone so excited about fucking Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto 6? Like, I don't get it. Like, but if you're over the age of 18 and you're excited about a fucking game, well, then you're probably gay. Sorry to say, again, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm trying to tell you, you're probably gay. Okay? Like, the things that you should be... Okay, unless you're a gamer, you make money through gaming, then it is fucking gay. And if you're going to be playing these games, and you're not gambling, for example, like if you're gambling, you got a few boys over, you're playing Xbox or PlayStation, and you're gambling, right? Winner gets 500 quid. Fine, that's cool. But if you're just playing it for the sake of it, what are you doing with your time? Like, what are you doing? How can you be spending your time gaming? Gay is in the name. It's so bad. And it's not just that. It's also the fact that it's not the time. It's also the fact that there's certain things that you're missing out on from a social aspect, right? Because you're talking to people on the game. They're not there in front of you. You say things in the parties. Obviously, I don't. They're not like what they used to be. Apparently, there's not as much hatred or whatever. Not as much slandering going on, but it's still going on. Right? It's the wrong thing to be putting your time into. You should, instead of being gaming, you should be watching the fucking, well, not the mainstream news. You should be watching podcasts, seeing what's going on. You should be working on how to get more money. You should be going to the gym and then boxing. And then in that free time, you should be watching someone else doing the thing that you're going to be doing in your business or your sport or anything. Okay, so you've got free time, watch some boxing because you like boxing. And it's going to help you become a better boxer. Or watch some guy talk about nutrition. Watch 5 people talk about nutrition and then get the different key points that they all make, filter out which one of them's talking shit, learn a bit more about that stuff. Anything. Go for a run. Meet a girl. You know what I mean? Get her pregnant. I don't know. That's what you should be doing. Instead of playing Xbox, playing Call of Duty, you should be getting girls pregnant. Okay? That's what you should be doing. Not both, by the way. And again, I don't want to sound fucking like I'm so judgmental or anything, but it's fucking nerdy as well. Like, it's nerdy. Like, the number one thing that makes me lose respect for someone is when I see them gaming like a fucking that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's gay. So fuck it again. These are the same people who watch fucking superhero. You know, like I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't know. And it's not the fact that I don't care. That shouldn't be a reason why you don't care. But I'm just asking you why you even do care. Like, what? Who cares about any of this stuff? And none of it's real. I don't watch things really that aren't real. I don't play games. I've never been a gamer. I don't play FIFA. If I want to football, right? Football and FIFA are the perfect example, right? FIFA. Why would I play FIFA when I can play football? And if it's too dark to play football, well then why don't I just watch football? You know, like, it's fucking gay. Okay, I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't care if fucking Spider-Man beats up the Hulk. Those little things that all you people care about, to me, is fucking faggot. It's faggot shit. Sorry to say. And maybe Elon. Maybe Elon gets a pass, right? Because he basically is Iron Man. But these fucking people, it's so gay. We have a generation of children. I think that's what it is. We have a generation of adults. And I'm not talking about people my age that are 23, 24, 25. I'm talking about people that are like 35. And they're like adults waiting in line to get a fucking Mario Brothers or Pokemon. I don't even know what you play. All of it's gay anyway. All of it's fucking gay. It's bent. And you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. And let me tell you, right? Because a lot of you guys are the type of guys who get no girls. And I'm not a fucking Hugh Hefner or anything like that. I'm not a fucking Tristan Tate about it. But what I can tell you is that the more games you play, the less girls you're going to get. Okay? Each hour of gaming you play is 5 hours of girls rejecting you or spending time with you, talking to you, with them realizing that you're a fucking dickhead. Whether that be 500 girls spending a couple minutes or that be one girl spending a whole night with you realizing you're a fucking gamer and then not going home and, you know, licking your lollipop, right? Moving on. Because I feel like I've said enough on that. And I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but to be honest, I don't really give a fuck because, well, it's my show. It's my show. I do what I want. This is a video I'm going to play you now, right? And this is... Okay, this is an illegal immigrant. I don't know if he... I mean, an illegal immigrant, according to Nigel Farage. But I take his word for it. Call me crazy. If he calls someone an illegal immigrant, I actually take his word. And this illegal immigrant had a message for Nigel Farage, and apparently he's notorious. So he's well known in the immigration space. I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad. Here that is. Take a look.
Pasa, don't talk shit about me. You not know me. I come to England because I want to marry with your sister. Don't talk about me more. Delete a video. This is not good, my friend. You not know me. I gonna come to England. I gonna mother pasa, man. You know, this mother pasa.
So whatever he said, it was hard to sort of understand him. His English wasn't very good, but listen, this kind of proves the point that, you know, Nigel Farage, people like me, I think most patriots of this country have made the exact same point, is that this guy is your common immigrant. The illegal ones. Your illegal immigrants. The key word illegal, right? The illegal immigrants, these are the common guys that you get. You're getting these guys that are violent, aggressive, threatening, military age, they're in the prime age of their life. I don't know how old this guy is, but he seems like he's in pretty good age, right? I mean, the tattoo of the fucking machine gun on the side of his head, I don't know what, it looked like some sort of AK-47. I don't know for sure, but it looked like an AK-47. These are the guys that are coming in. They might not all have those tattoos, but that's what you're talking about. These guys who come in, right, who come in with anger because we didn't want them in. And like you said, coming in here to fuck your sister. Like, that's what they're doing. And then they're threatening with the power. Then obviously, I mean, if he fucking headbutts the camera, so this guy's clearly fucking deranged and mentally unstable, and maybe downright retarded. Either way, even if he isn't retarded and he's just crazy and a lunatic with anger issues and a really bad face tattoo, even if that's it, why the fuck? I guarantee you, he gets into a country in Europe. Guarantee you, he gets into a country, and guarantee you, he will be arrested for a crime. And if the people arresting him, the government doesn't try to cover it up, Nigel Farage will find out and he'll post about it. Because, and by the way, let's remember that the phrase that Nigel Farage, right? All of these illegal immigrants coming in, they would probably do the exact same fucking thing. And the government know that. But Nigel Farage to them is an enemy, so they don't care. They don't care. Because let's be real, if all of the people coming into this country illegally, or even some of the legal ones, the asylum seekers, whatever the fuck that means anymore, we don't even know where these people are from. We don't know if they're from Syria or anything. They're probably from fucking Iraq. Either way, if those people would attack Keir Starmer, given access, if they had the chance, well, then the government would be stopping them at all shapes and sizes. Little kids, they'd be stopping. Big guys, age, it doesn't matter. Where they would stop it, right? But because they would have these threats only go towards their political opponents, which Keir Starmer is a big threat right now, especially in the future he will be, well, then they fucking get more in. This whole people don't seem to understand that the immigration problem is bigger than just the numbers. It's bigger than just having a certain amount of people in the country. It's bigger than the job argument around it, around the fact that they're taking jobs. That's never even really been my argument that I can remember. Maybe I've said it once or twice. Maybe I have. I don't know. If I have, you can find it and show me. But it's the culture and the mindset that they're bringing. Okay, they come and they make threats. Okay, and again, people think that it's Islamophobic. It's not about that. It's not about the religion. Like it just so happens that they are that religion. You understand? And if you're referencing my other video I made about the guilt, we get guilted into having these people in because they come from bad countries, supposedly. The whole thing is completely mentally retarded. Okay? And so is speaking on it more because, to be honest, no one's going to do fucking anything about it. So, who cares? Who cares at this point? Okay? Probably going to be some fucking war coming. The fucking Muslims that are in this country now, that are citizens of this country, are going to think that we're Islamophobic for not wanting these immigrants coming in. So then, something bad happens. We start speaking. They send us to jail. We get banged up with the Muslim gangs. They try to stab us. More war, more conflict. And in years to come, it's going to be like the whole fucking shit in the Middle East, probably. Little prediction from me. But yeah, listen. Thanks for watching the show. Half an hour-ish. And yeah, look, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Okay? I don't know what to say. When I see these things, it makes me pessimistic. Right? Because, weight loss drugs coming. Lazy, bummy, just wrong. The big pharma coming over here, getting a pull on our government, makes me pessimistic. The Nigel Farage thing that we just spoke about, those are the immigrants coming in, makes me pessimistic. The fact that everyone's getting stoned and the government wants us getting stoned makes me pessimistic. The fact that everyone's still fucking excited about Call of Duty and GTA. Bro, I don't even know how to fucking play Call of Duty. Not since I was fucking like 14. And even then I was shit. Because I didn't care. Anyway, either way. It all makes me feel pessimistic about the future. It doesn't make me feel excited. It makes me worried about the future. But then, right, I post a video like this. People message me saying they agree. I go out and about. I just have comment. Because this is the type of stuff I talk about to people a lot of the time. And they all agree. Which makes me optimistic. So, I don't know. If people see this and keep agreeing publicly, or at least texting me saying that they agree with what I'm saying, maybe I'll be a little bit more optimistic about the future. We'll see. We'll see. But listen, thanks for watching. Again, like the video if you want. Be good if you did. Go to my Instagram, james.tayoro. Tayoro is spelled T-A-Y-O-R-O. Then you can also go to tayoro.clips. Clips spelt with an S on the end, not a Z. And, that's just a video. I don't really know what that channel is. It's just a channel of clips of me. Also, you go to my TikTok, type my name in. Again, James Tayoro. Just type my name in. Click what comes up. If you're on my Instagram page, click on the fucking Telegram group in the bio or the link or whatever. And, yeah. And also, any of you guys watching this is your order. Okay? I'm ordering you because I'm sat in the executive chair and you're listening to me. I'm ordering you to do a fucking workout and stop being a fucking bum, okay? Because if you start doing workouts, well then when the fucking government comes with their new fucking weight loss drug, you can tell them to fuck off and you won't be tempted and pressured into taking it. So, and working out's good for you. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on. Thank you for watching and I will see you sometime. All right, thank you.